With Wizards of the Coast now taking control of Commander, we have a lot of unusual activity in the secondary market. And a lot of you guys out there know this because your orders are being canceled. Only a few days ago, players were clamoring trying to sell banned cards. And now they're all trying to buy them back. Allow me to explain. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thank you again for hanging out with me on my channel today. A reminder, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you enjoy the content today, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're only 470 subscribers away from getting to 25,000. Thanks again for being part of Team Moxman. So let's dive into this. Enough of the shilling for myself and trying to get subs. Let's talk about this. So what's been going on? In the last 24 hours to a little bit longer, but around the 24-hour mark, by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be almost 48 hours, there's been a whole bunch of unusual, very unusual activity going on in the secondary market, namely people's orders being canceled. I got alerted to this with a couple of emails. I checked in with a few stores. Nothing was going on there, by the way. But it seems to be a few of the stores haven't commented back to me, so I don't know what's going on. So I have to wait and find out. But here's the gist of it. A whole bunch of people sold Jeweled Lotuses. They went ahead and they also sold off things like Fast Bond. They sold off Mana Crypts. They sold off cards they believed to be banned and wouldn't be coming back to Commander. But now, everything's up in the air. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So everyone's trying to back out of the deal. That means buyers who have tried to buy Mana Crypts have sellers canceling their orders. This has happened on eBay, TCG Player, Card Market, and a few other places. It's kind of nutty to think about it, but this is what's happening right now. And it's something you need to be aware of in case you're trying to hunt down some of these cards. You may fall prey to this, so be aware of it. Now, that isn't all. I mentioned to you guys that Fast Bond, people are trying to buy them, and their orders got canceled because some of these Fast Bonds were pretty cheap in price, comparatively speaking. And now the idea of some kind of CDEH ruling that maybe there'll be a Tier 4 card or the ban list will get revised in the next year or two has a lot of players holding off on selling their cards, and other players now diving into the market trying to buy up these cards. Because what's banned one moment may not be banned the next. But let me shed a little bit of light on this for all you guys out there trying to get these cards. Wizards of the Coast will not be highly focused on reserve list cards that are banned. It doesn't benefit them. They have no skin in the game, and as a company, they're not going to make money from this. So they're not likely to do anything crazy there. So for all those players out there who are hoping the Fast Bond was going to get unbanned, I wouldn't bet the car on it, okay? I just don't see it happening right now. That's my own personal Moxman opinion. As much as I'd like it to be unbanned, I think they will focus on cards that can be reprinted and are on the ban list, because that would make sense for a company to be able to cash in on some of those cards later and to drive sales and accelerate what's already going on in a bracket 4 type deck style CDEH. It's going to be kind of funny to see it go on, but players are still kind of clamoring for the idea of buying a whole bunch of banned cards that may not come around. Now, if you're going to ask me about Moxen and Power cards, I've noticed nothing unusual, although I am keeping my ear to the ground to see if anything comes up. This strictly seems to be a lot of the cards that people just sold, being things like Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus. I didn't hear much about Dockside Extortionist, so that was not included in any of the emails or Discord messages I got. But I have heard it for, of course, the Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt orders being canceled. I think there were some subreddit groups also mentioning it, unrelated, but it all fits into the same thing, where it's like when you're not sure what's going to happen, people kind of back out of stuff and say, there might be more money down the road for me. There might be a better transaction that's going to happen 6 to 12 months from now, and I can sit on this card. That's especially true for the stores I talked about just several days ago. People trading in for store credit to get some reserve list cards. I think they were getting a whole bunch of dual lands and stuff. And now that store, those particular stores, are sitting on 20, 30, 40 Mana Crypts. 60, 70, 100 Jeweled Lotuses. It doesn't mean that they're going to be unbanned, but those stores, like I said, are probably just going to sit on them and hope for the best. I hope the return comes back around a few years from now. Now, this leads us to down the road. For all those people who think they're going to reverse bans anytime soon, no. but I wouldn't put it past them down the road to leave those cards as a bracket 4 and allow them to be up in the upper echelons of Magic, okay? And then unban them, because then they can reprint them. They can go to the high-end players again, and the players who get lucky to crack one. This is going to be a very interesting time in Magic. It's not going to be a level playing field. It's not going to feel like you're just walking through a calm forest day with some birds chirping in the background. There is craziness everywhere, as if it's a 50% off sale and everyone's lost their minds trying to figure out what comes next, who's going to get ahead, and how they can benefit. Because there are a lot of speculators in this market, and trust me, they are salivating at the idea of coming out ahead. And some of those people are the ones who canceled their orders on you. Some of those people are the ones who are going to hoard these cards and hold on tight. And right now, I don't think anything is the right decision or the wrong decision. I think it's a waiting period. The idea of canceling orders has always bothered me. You should stick to your guns. You've agreed to a price. You settle it there and then. But not everyone feels that way. That's evident with all the canceled orders. Now, if you're asking how many emails I got, let's just say it was more than 5, but less than 20. And that's a little channel like mine, so I assume it's more out there. And yes, a few of those included local stores and stuff in the States where they refused to sell them. They showed them listed on their website online. When the person said, I'm going to come down and pick it up, they came down to view it and they said, oh, you know what? Somebody already came and bought it. It's gone. Seems kind of weird that's only like a 10-minute drive, as the person said. But anyway, crazy stuff going on. A lot of shenanigans, a lot of interesting points of view of how we think that the Commander Committee here is going to shape up from Wizards of the Coast. If any of you guys saw the Twitch live stream, it looks like they answered the questions quite well. I like the way they presented things, and I'm also well aware of how things can shape up in the long run. But right now, like I told you guys in yesterday's video, it is going to be calm, and it's going to be quiet. They don't want to disturb anybody right now. They just want to get things, they want to lay the bricks. They want to get a good foundation. They want to make you think everything is perfect, and then changes, if any, will come later on. But right now, we get to enjoy the game. For the people who got their orders canceled, I feel horrible. Drop some comments if you guys know anything going on out there. I'd love to get more information on this. You can also email me privately if you don't feel like sharing that with the whole group here on the comment section. And you know what? It does happen. I know some of you guys had some pretty sweet prices, only to have it yanked out from under you when you finally thought you were going to get a Mana Crypt. And I will share something in the Ramble Jamble at the end, just so you're aware of it. Guys, this is not a long video today. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. This is kind of an update on what's going on in the market, and for you to be aware, to bring you facts of what's happening so you can best plan your financial kind of inroads to Magic the Gathering and how you feel about Commander. For those people who held on to their cards, it looks like it was the right decision, guys. And I did tell people to hold on, so I know quite a few of you guys did anyway. So, hey, kudos to you. Thanks again for hanging out. Thanks for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for another video. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons of my channel. Because of these patrons, daily uploaded content gets created, and I want to thank you all for being supporters of my channel. Whether you're a YouTube membership member or you're one of my patrons, and of course the regular viewers, guys, it's because of you. Without those patrons, this wouldn't be happening every day. So thanks again, guys. I look forward to seeing you each and every day. I hope you guys are having a great day in the world of Magic the Gathering. Okay guys, welcome back to the Ramble Jamble. You're here at the end of the video. There's some craziness going on, and we need to be aware of it, because this stuff happens, but it's happening a lot right now. Expect that to calm down in the next 24 to 48 hours after you watch the video. But prices are creeping up all over the place. I didn't mention it in the video, but they are creeping up, because now there's some stability thinking that things might get reversed or unbanned at some later date, so that means prices are becoming stabilized. Good for Wizards of the Coast, good for the players who held on to their cards, but it's stuff you need to be aware of, because you never know what's going to happen in this game. And this is just one of those crazy moments that you're like, wow. Ramble and the Jamble. And by the way, if you made it this far in the video, drop a boomstick in the comment section. Guys, have a great one.